the day is as clear as I'll remember. It was Friday, March the 30th in 2018. We just got to a hockey game with my friends, and my mom called and had said, hey, your sister's being admitted to the hospital, and they're going to start blood transfusions, and they think it could be leukemia. And so I asked her, I said, just keep me posted, let me know, and I'll come over there as soon as the game's over. And they said, well, they're going to keep her. They started, and so you might want to head this way. So we left the hockey game and went over there, and the next day, the doctors came in and told us it was leukemia, and that it was an aggressive form of AML leukemia, and that they needed to start chemotherapy immediately, and that it could either go really well or it could get really bad quickly. And so that began our journey with leukemia with my sister. Fast forward to Thursday, April the 12th in 2018, and that's probably the hardest day that I've ever had in my life. I got up, we'd gotten ready. My sister had digressed quite a bit over the time, and we knew that the time was near where she would pass away. And so I had gotten up, was getting ready, and I got a phone call from Wesley Hospital, and they told me that a blood clot had gone to my sister's brain in the middle of the night, and that was it. They couldn't get a hold of my parents. So that part there really began probably the hardest day of my life. After hanging up, I had to make the phone call to my parents, and I had to tell my mom and dad that the blood clot had gone to her brain and that they were going to need to take her off of life support, and that all the family needed to get to the hospital as soon as possible. So made the phone call, hurried, got over there to Wesley, where the staff met us there, and they did an incredible job taking care of us. Our nursing team was great the whole time, and family began to trickle in and trickle in. And my parents arrived, and I had to get them and take them to the doctor and let them begin to explain what happened. And then I walked them back to my sister's room, and just everything had changed. You could tell that there was no life there left other than just the machines keeping her alive. And so my niece, my sister's daughter, was 7 at the time, about to turn 8, and I had to tell her what was about to happen, and she couldn't understand it. She had lost her older sister a few years back to cancer, and she just knew that people kept dying, and she didn't want to go back, didn't want to go back, didn't want to go back. It was just, she just couldn't get it and grasp it other than the hurt. And so as the morning went on, we had everybody come through. We had family, we had huge family, church family came out. About 11:30, 11:45, we'd had plenty of family come through, and everyone had had an opportunity to say goodbye. At that point, my niece decided that she wanted to go back and see my sister. And so one of the hardest things I've ever had to do in my life was walking my 7-year-old niece back to the hospital room for that one last time so she could see my sister. And I'll never forget it, the tears in her eyes, the tears in our eyes, the hurt, the pain that we experienced just in that brief time. I walked my niece out and came back in the room, and the last thing I did was held onto my sister's hand as they unplugged the machines, and as the heartbeat went away. That was right about 12:30 on that Thursday. And in that 4 hours of time between the time I received the phone call to the time that my sister passed were still some of the hardest things I've ever had to do in my 41 years of life. So when we talk about the work of the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society and what we try to do in raising money and raising awareness is providing patient services so that families who do get diagnoses of blood cancers have resources available to them, have people there that are advocates and are on their side and can help them get those basic needs that are necessary. But then additionally, it goes to the millions and millions of dollars that they pour into research, ensuring that new research is done to figure out how to best tackle cancers, blood cancers, whether it's childhood cancers, which are a huge focus right now, to make sure that children receive cancer treatments at their level rather than pared down adult treatments. The other benefit to them is that they share their research. And so countless other cancers, as well as non-cancer diseases, have been benefited by the millions of dollars poured into research by LLS. So this mission is close to our heart. After experiencing what was my hardest day ever in life, My goal, my mission in serving with LLS is to make sure that other families don't have to deal with that same heartache and that hurt again. And so as you consider your donations, as you consider your giving for 2025, I would love for you to consider being a visionary in 2025 as a candidate, as a supporter, but this is why we do it. So thank you.